What if the only thing standing between you and the life you want is the way your brain is wired right now? Not your background, not your luck, not your resources. Your brain is not fixed. It is not permanent. It is not hard-coded for failure, procrastination, or self-doubt. Through a process called neuroplasticity, your brain is constantly changing. Every thought you repeat, every habit you practice, every emotion you reinforce is literally reshaping the neural pathways inside your head. That means if you've been wiring your brain for distraction, fear, and inconsistency, you can rewire it for focus, confidence, and success. And here's the powerful part. You don't need years to start seeing change. In just 7 days, you can interrupt destructive patterns and begin building new mental circuits that move you toward growth. In this video, I'm going to share 5 powerful ways to rewire your brain for success in just 1 week. These are practical, science-backed strategies you can start immediately. If you commit fully for 7 days, you will feel different. You will think differently. And most importantly, you will act differently. Let's begin. 1. Reprogram your self-talk daily. Your brain believes what it hears repeatedly. If your internal dialogue sounds like, "I'm not disciplined," "I always quit," or "I'm not good enough," your brain treats those statements as instructions. Over time, it builds neural pathways that support those beliefs. For the next 7 days, become hyper-aware of your self-talk. Every time you catch a negative thought, consciously replace it with a constructive one. Not unrealistic fantasy, but intentional direction. Instead of "I'm bad at this," say "I'm learning this." Instead of "I lack discipline," say "I'm building discipline." Repeat your new identity daily, especially in the morning and before sleep. The brain is most impressionable during those times. You are not lying to yourself. You are choosing which neural pathways to strengthen. What you repeat, you become. 2. Visualize success with emotional intensity. Your brain does not fully distinguish between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. That's why athletes mentally rehearse before competitions, and why visualization works so powerfully. For 7 days, spend 5 to 10 minutes each morning visualizing yourself succeeding. See the details. Where are you? What are you wearing? What are you doing differently? How do you stand? How do you speak? But here's the key. Feel it. Emotion is what wires the brain. Confidence, pride, calm focus. Those emotional states tell your nervous system, this is real. This matters. When you repeatedly visualize success with emotion, your brain starts to normalize that version of you. Your actions begin aligning with the identity you've mentally rehearsed. Eliminate one self-sabotaging habit. Rewiring is not only about adding new behaviors, it's also about interrupting old patterns. Success requires cognitive energy. If you're draining your brain with constant scrolling, late nights, junk input, or procrastination cycles, you are reinforcing distraction pathways. For the next 7 days, choose one habit that is holding you back and remove it completely. Not reduce, remove. When you interrupt a habit loop, your brain experiences discomfort. That discomfort is growth. It is the old neural pathway weakening. The key is consistency. Every time you resist the old pattern, you strengthen a new one. 7 days of interruption can significantly reduce the power of a destructive habit and create space for productive behavior. 4. Take one bold action every day. Confidence is not built by thinking, it is built by evidence. Each day for the next week, take one action that moves you closer to your goal, especially if it feels slightly uncomfortable. Send the email. Apply for the opportunity. Start the project. Speak up in the meeting. Wake up earlier. When you act courageously, your brain records proof. I am someone who takes action. That proof rewires your identity. Small, repeated wins create momentum. Momentum reshapes belief. Belief reshapes behavior. Do not underestimate the power of one intentional action per day. In 7 days, you will have 7 pieces of evidence that you are changing. Control your environment ruthlessly. Your environment wires your brain more than motivation ever will. If your surroundings encourage distraction, your brain adapts to distraction. If your environment supports focus and growth, your brain adapts to discipline. For the next 7 days, redesign your environment for success. Clean your workspace. Remove triggers that pull you into bad habits. Place reminders of your goals where you can see them. Surround yourself with content that challenges and inspires you. Environment reduces the need for willpower. When you change what surrounds you, you change what becomes automatic. Success becomes easier when your space supports it. Here's what most people get wrong about transformation. They wait to feel ready. They wait for motivation. They wait for the perfect moment. But rewiring your brain is not about waiting. It is about repetition. 7 days of intentional thought. 7 days of controlled habits. 7 days of bold action. 7 days of reinforcing a new identity. That is enough to begin reshaping the neural architecture of your mind. Will your entire life change in 1 week? Probably not. But will you feel more in control, more confident, and more aligned with success? Absolutely. The brain you have next week can be stronger than the brain you have today, but only if you give it new instructions. So here is your challenge. Commit fully for 7 days. No excuses, no half effort. Treat it like a mental reset. Rewire your thoughts, rewire your habits, rewire your identity. Because success is not something you chase, it is something you become. If this video resonated with you, make sure to subscribe and commit in the comments. 7 days starts now.